ladies. How are you?
Hey now.
I haven't seen y'all beautiful faces in such a long time. How's
Aw.
everyone doing?
It's been a minute, right? I missed my sister. All is well. All is well. How about y'all?
Doing good, doing good. Happy Sunday to our Experience family. Hi to everyone out there. Thanks for joining us. We are not missing someone. We just delayed. So our other lady of the experience will be on shortly. So tell me what you guys have been up to. It's been like a month since we've been on,
Life
right?
has been life and girl.
The life has been
Mhm.
life, and
That's
that
it.
does not stop, does it?
Usual. Yeah. But no, we've been trucking and head down and working and visiting family and happy belated Mother's Day to you lovely ladies.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
What? And yeah, just the thing is now live like there's no tomorrow because we don't know and all that other stuff, right? So that's it. Just enjoying life, planning trips, making payment.
Not making payments.
Yeah, listen, because that's how I don't know about. Look, I'm on a budget. I don't know about y'all life, but the way mine is set up, I don't transfer from savings to checking. I wait, I save it, and then I make payments.
I got you. Listen, I got you. I think financially, we all are at a crossroads in our lives. Whether it's a good crossroads or bad, whatever we're at, it's just our funds definitely are doing something different in this new society that we're living, or the new world that we're being introduced to. So I get it. Wait a minute, I got another face.
Oh,
Yay!
Welcome, welcome, Doc.
Hello.
How have you been?
Good. Can y'all hear me okay?
We can.
All
You were
right.
all on CP time, so you right on time.
you right on time.
That's a
Mhm.
fact.
Right on time. So,
Mhm.
so what's new with you, Miscommunication? You alive?
Ha!
Yeah,
You
right. She was like,
ha! Nothing. I mean, nothing. But like I said, listen. I'm whatever he has planned for me is where it's gonna go. That's all there is to it. I'm just gonna go that path, go that route, and that's the only place I could do. Whatever he got planned, that's all I'm gonna do. Because right now, baby, I don't know.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
I don't know, but it's gonna be all right.
I got you. And what
so,
about you, Doc?
What's the question?
Anything new? What's new?
Nothing. Every day is every day.
See how she read? But
And
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nothing new going on over here. I'm just trying to make it day to day.
that's it.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Makes sense. Well, we're coming on today with another interesting topic. So, our topic tonight is there a blueprint to a woman's sex drive? So, um, it seems as if some people do think that it's a real black and white situation when it comes to women. So, I guess I'm asking the lovely ladies here, do you feel there's a blueprint to your sex drive?
absolutely not. Um,
She said,
well, and I say that okay. Well, y'all know I got a little leg up, but but no, really, because I honestly feel like just plainly everybody that you connect with, you don't connect with on the same level. Meaning, even your sex or your chemistry or whatever connection that you have physically will be different with that person. So, meaning, whatever makes them tick might not make the next person tick, or whatever the case may be. So,
Oh,
I mean, in terms of don't try to follow the blueprint because every woman's body may almost look the same or be shaped the same, whatever, but it's not treated the same. Like they have
okay.
their
Can
own.
you say that again for the people in the back? Because for
Listen,
some reason,
listen. That okay. The one thing we know for sure is that the G spot is 2 inches up and in, right? But how you get there is always a different journey per person, and I'm gonna just leave it at that because then y'all get book a one on
but
one. I got
we'll come back to it because I know we're gonna come back to it.
yeah, but that's what I yeah. So no,
What do you think, miscommunication?
So as Dr. Royal Ray would say, to piggyback off of what Coach Ray just said,
You a mess.
there are no, seriously. I thought when you said it, I was like, see, there it is right there. There are men who really believe that what worked for her is gonna work for her, is gonna work for her. And it's like my brother.
You can end the show right now.
No, but it works vice versa too. So everything that works, even though they got the same equipment, again, that's what I'm, meant to say earlier. They got the same equipment, but baby, you don't treat the equipment the same.
Right. So
every cat doesn't meow the same.
Listen,
okay.
They literally is like by rote, and it's like my dude. I don't even that. Like if you found something that worked, please. This is say you found something that worked. You don't have to come back to it exactly the way you came at it the last time. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do this, and bruh.
Keep your move.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's that part. So obviously, I feel as though the blueprint there is not a blueprint. There are things that can be done that might work on a multitude of women, but not all of them. You know what I mean? Not all of them. So yeah, that part.
No, okay. What about you, Doc?
You would ask me.
You're the next person. What you mean?
No, and I because I say that in the sense of the topic. Is there a blueprint for a woman's sex drive? I think that the foundation is the same.
Okay.
So okay, I'm gonna elaborate. She was like, okay, where you going with this? So I think the foundation is the same. So if we think about it in the sense of building a house, like creating a blueprint, right? You have to have your anchors, right? You have to have those beams. You have to have your foundation. You have to determine if it's going to be a slab or if it's going to be a crawl space, right? Right now in the economy, I heard you say something about some economy, talking about your week or whatever. In this economy, a lot of houses are being built on slabs. So to use it as an analogy, that's what men are primarily doing. They're basing it off of a slab foundation. Everybody using slabs because it's easier.
Woo, Jesus. Okay.
Because that's the climate right now. It's a lot of easiness taking place, at least from my understanding. I'm
not in the streets, but I know about the streets.
Yeah, I know about the streets, but I ain't in the streets. But from my understanding, it's a lot of easiness, right? So if we consider it in that sense, the slab is there, which is the foundation. So that's why I say I think the foundation is relatively the same. But then how you lay it out,
Thanks.
okay, how you lay it out may be different from person to person, preference to preference, style to style. So that would be my little 2 cents on that right there.
So I think I'm following you, Doc. What would be, I guess what I'm hung up on is what would be considered the foundation then? And then, because I get like building out differently. I'm following that part. But like, what would be the solid part that you take from person to person? Is what
So the solid part is the equipment.
Oh,
like okay, all right.
You said, okay.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah. The tool is the tool. Right?
I think not everybody's tools are the same. Not everybody's tool is the same though.
No, everybody's tool, right. But the fact that you bring the tool to the table, right? The tool is the tool.
Okay, I got you.
So the hammer is still the hammer.
I feel like there is a foundation to a sex drive. I think there are multiple ingredients to make it better, right? Wetter, right? I think what we fail to understand is even when they literally did stats where they talk to different women, even promiscuous women, they actually say that the sex is better when it's with someone that has those different ingredients that they like. If they may not still be with that person, but they like it better. I think sometimes also men tend to forget just because a woman's in the mood, like, hey, I just want to get my rocks off, is not you affecting her sex drive. Does that make Sense what I'm saying? So I
Right.
think that's
Wait. I'm sorry. I was moving. I was trying to fix my lighting. Can just one more time? Just give me a snippet of what you just said one more time, because I think I need to do a rebuttal to what you just said. So say it for me one more time.
Which part? Hey,
The
everybody!
part.
It has multiple ingredients. You heard that
Yeah.
part.
I heard that part.
And then I said, even when they did a stat on women who were promiscuous, they said that they liked it, they enjoyed the sex better when it had the different or the specific ingredients that they liked. And I think men need to understand that just because I want to get my rocks off, so I I'm trying to, doesn't mean that you have influenced my sex drive. I just want to get my rocks off, which is a different situation. What part are you going to rebuttal? I didn't say nothing else but that.
Okay, no, so that part right there, because again, that's why I said
the wetness, that part, the wetness part.
No, I ain't even. When I mentioned about the foundation, the slab is us.
Absolutely.
The slab is women. And so when I made the comment that right now it's easier to build a house using a slab foundation because it's easy. It's because all you got to do is throw the cement down, put your beams up, and create your A-top, and then you start filling in or developing.
Weather the storm.
I know she was an architect, but okay. I mean, like a house builder. She said,
you know what I mean? I'm gonna call you when I get the house. Yeah, they ain't do this right. Look at this and let me know.
Y'all better leave me alone. But you. So where I'm going with this is for a lot of, again, from my understanding, a lot of women now are relatively easy.
Oh,
so
okay.
So when we talk about the men, you know, they them reaching their potential and not really necessarily taking in regard the woman. From my understanding, the women don't necessarily need all that either.
Well, that's also because I think in some situations, not all situations, we're using sex as a filler. So you don't have to have any structure for a filler. You could just throw the slab, like you said, throw the slab down, keep it going.
Add that black or that white caulking, and there it is.
And call it a day. It doesn't mean it's solid. It doesn't mean it's great. I'm just filling you in for what's missing.
I mean, if we're being honest, let's be honest.
Oh, we're being honest.
Because we're talking about no. What I'm saying is that I'm not talking about. We're talking about sex, relationship or not relationship.
Right.
We're talking about just the actual sex, right? Because there are women out there who are having sex with their husbands and they're not getting that fulfillment, or then their sex drive is super duper low for other reasons. And there are women out here who got Mr. Fix It on the side that is coming in and fixing that damn foundation and making sure the cracks is all filled in or whatever, and he's tearing her the hell up and she's loving it. So it's not about the relationship part. So
what about the people that's meeting their person in the middle? Like, it's not always a side person.
No, I'm not saying
but I got where you're going. I got where you're going, miscommunication. Go ahead. She's saying that sometimes in those situations, I got you, sis. Hold on 1 second. I want you to keep talking.
Yeah.
But what she's saying is sometimes, even in marriages, somebody, the one or the other, may not be making the job efficient. Fulfilling, right? Yeah. That was the word, fulfilling. So they go out and they find a Mr. or Mrs. Fix It to come in and fill in where there's lack.
But that doesn't affect the sex drive. The sex drive is still there. The question
but it does affect the sex drive. That's where she's going
about. Okay, go ahead.
Because take for instance, I'll give you a quick story. Story is there are people there. I have like I said, my friend. She and her husband, she was not physically, I wouldn't say she wasn't physically attracted to him because he was a good looking man, fine looking man. But for whatever reason, the way he treated her made it so that she was not sexually turned on by this man. Mm-hmm. Now, if I saw him in the street, and I'll be honest with you, I listen, fine. I was like, fine. When I saw him, I was like, God damn, well shit. And she felt nothing.
Well, then you said he treated her bad. That's what you just said.
Right. Coochie not wet. None of them things.
Won't get wet.
Just was not getting it. Now she met somebody at the JOB who literally would blow on her, and she would be like drowning her drawers.
Because that she was getting the attention and
that's
the
what
desire.
I'm saying.
That's
like, what I'm saying is that the point
Okay.
is he would like a husband would come in and be like, come on, babe, let's go. And she's like,
Okay. You're in there like,
I'm good. You know, the baby's crying. Let me go handle that. Meanwhile, back at the ranch,
No,
another dude just go fool, and she's like, hi. So in that respect, in that case, it wasn't so much the attraction one way or the other, because at the end of the day, he was fine. But
it's how you make a woman feel. To us, everything lies in how we feel.
It's not the looks.
Right. My body, my mood ain't gonna be right.
Right.
Period.
And that's what I'm saying.
The ingredients,
right?
Connection. The mental, it's the physical, it's the emotion, it's the you're giving me attention. You're not just giving me attention now because you want your rocks off.
Like, that's what we mean in terms of protection. Like when I feel safe with you, I'm wide open.
Yes, when I feel safe.
Whatever. You hear me? That's what they don't understand. Oh, well, I got you. I'm safe. I'm gonna beat this dude up. That's not what I'm talking about.
No,
I can go higher security, my nigga. I don't need that. I need to feel safe with you. Can I say when I don't feel like whatever? You know what I mean? Like,
I want to feel desired by you, right? Like,
exactly.
There's nothing like when a man make you feel like there ain't nobody else. Like, I don't care what's going out there. I'm focused on you. Then you want to do that, right? Then little you be like squash, right?
Yeah, like I want you in that way because I feel relaxed and I can, like that's what y'all not getting. Like if I don't, feel
I get it. I'm just
going about y'all as in us.
I'm sorry, not y'all.
I'm laughing at Doc over here just losing herself in the
men, because like they don't get that part. It's not clicking for them because I need as long as I can feel like I can just relax, my man. It's all yours, okay? Like
also scientifically proven that's why some women can't get to orgasm. Not because they can't find the spot, but you got to be in this
zone.
Like
you have to be
now, don't get me wrong. Wait, let's come back. There are some women that just need the tools. They don't care about all the other stuff. They're gonna get there, whether you there, you're not there. There's batteries included or not. That's fine. That's not what we're talking.
USB.
But why are we not talking about that? Because I'm gonna play devil's advocate today because I can.
Because she can't. Because she's not in the streets. Go ahead.
Because I'm not. So I mean, like for real, like once upon a time, long time ago, I didn't need. I don't need you to. I don't need to feel safe. I just need you to come and drill.
Yeah, but that's what I said. But you were filling a hole. Come on, be real.
He was filling a hole. He was filling a hole. I didn't know. I was already whole. I was already like I'm being like again. I keep saying that.
No, we know you're being serious.
I'm being serious. Like people don't even understand like the difference between sometimes me being joking and I'm like I'd be like dead. Hey. But for real, like once upon a time, and it wasn't necessarily that I wasn't whole. It was in that season, if you will, which was a long season. But in that season, I just come on through. And if it was
in there, so I get that, Doc. I get that. Everybody depends on where you are in your life and what you want too. You gotta know what you want.
But that wasn't the man fulfilling your sex drive. You already came halfway there. That's what I'm saying.
No, I won't wait. I just need you to see this. What I'm saying. Ideally speaking, what we're talking about here today is for women who are in a different phase in their life. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I'm going to play devil's advocate just because I can. For today's show and be that chick that I don't need all of that. And it ain't even about a sex drive. It's just can you come through? And it because you just might pop in my head. Like maybe I was watching a movie or something or just heard a song and you popped in my head and there ain't even no gush going on down there. That thing could be dry as the Sahara Desert. But I need you to come on through because you just hit me in my head. And I need you to put your tools to work to make some things a little slippery.
But I get it. What I'm saying is, at that stage in your life, you didn't need nobody to drive your
But it's
sex.
the women now
You
at
was
our
driving
age.
it at that stage.
It's women at our age right now that's still in that stage. So
Yeah,
I'm
because you don't
just
need no one to drive it. You already and that's why I said it's a little different because you just like I'm using you to get to where I need to get to. No? Okay.
She
So
said, "Yep,
I'm
that's what it
saying.
was."
You-
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, they do us all the time.
you
So
driving already. You just like, hey, get into the passenger seat and let's make this
But it won't necessarily wet because it was many times it was not.
we got lube. We got it's all
I
types.
didn't even need no loop. Your loop was right here. It was
So are you saying, since you're devil advocating, are you saying it don't matter if a woman has a sex drive or not? Just do what you got to do.
do what you got to do. That's what I'm saying.
Then that would mean sex drive is a myth.
But because
That
Come
would
on.
mean sex
Okay.
drive is a myth.
Okay, she understand what I'm doing.
well, to my understanding, because that involves a drive or a desire. You gotta have the desire has to be
driving it.
there.
But
So
then that means she's driving her sex drive, not someone else.
Right. No, I agree. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying if we're talking about her being, just doing it because she want to do it, then the desire is there. Because
So then a man don't gotta treat you right. He just gotta show up and make sure he's at command, and barely at that, because he could just command his tongue. So that would make sex drive a myth.
Well, in that case, but again, she playing devil advocate. We're not talking about like the actual
I'm
situation.
just riding on the devil
Yeah.
advocate.
I got you, but I get what Doc's saying because again, everybody's not in that space, right?
So let me just say this: I know women who are of older women, right?
Yeah.
I know women who I work with older women or whatever. Women who are in their late 50s, early 60s, and stuff like that. Now, listen, I have two women who are exactly the same age. They're exactly the same age, a couple months apart. And one is like, get that away from me. I'm not even trying to, please put that away. And I have another one who her husband literally said, listen, I'm not living in this house with a roommate, so I'm gonna need you to come on, let's go.
Facts.
And that kind of like said, okay. And she was like, all right, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So there is also that other thing. It's that thing. Like one is like literally saying, I don't even know why that is even still a question that there's penis going where? Penis going where? Like she's like freaking out like that.
Yeah,
and
but
another
what
one
brought her to that point, you don't know.
Well, I mean, listen, again, some women are absolutely okay with not having sex at all, right? Mm-hmm. For whatever reason it is, whether it be mental, whether it be physical, whether it be, emotional, whatever it is, asexuality right now, whatever. Mm-hmm. And there's people out there who are like, listen, I might be old, but I ain't cold, and I'm gonna still get it popping forever. So you have that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so each woman, like I said, each woman is like anything else. Each woman is so different in terms of what you like, what you don't like, what you will take, what you won't take. And I think all of those things will drive your desire to get laid, if that makes any sense.
So I think go ahead.
No, I just want to say like this, like when we talk about the blueprint and considering how men treat us driving that. That's why I'm just playing devil's advocate. That
I was riding with you.
That from that standpoint, that there are a large population of women that may not be represented here on this panel, but out there in the world that are watching and listening to us, that they are saying F a blueprint. I don't need you to treat me some kind of way. I just need you to come do some work.
Right.
So go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
Whether that be this much of a population or this much of the population, the point is there are some women out there who could care less about how a man treats them. They just want the D.
But do you think that's majority of women or the minority of women?
I feel as though there's a special section. There's a special section.
Right. So that's minority. Ain't majority of women not out here like that, right? That was a special, or if they are, it's not at a large part. At least
there's different categories even within that thing, right? Because I know females that are very like their sexual drives like, but it's filling a hole, HOLE. It's filling. I have sexual trauma. I want to feel desired. I want to feel wanted. I know people who like us, they driving themselves there, and they just need someone to fill the hole. But there is a story behind it. That's what I'm saying. So there is a larger population, but for it to just be because I want to get my rocks off is not as big as we may think.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
what
agree with that.
Well, I mean, I agree and disagree with that.
I can't speak to that. I can't say.
I understand what I understand. Listen, Dr. Roland, I always say, like, she's literally my spirit animal sometimes when it comes to certain things like this. Because I remember when, you know, maybe in my younger days it was a little different. You know what I'm saying? And even if it was like we're saying to ourselves, okay, well, there's something. Listen, here's the one thing I want to like mention. Having a high sex drive does not mean that you have a problem. It just means that you have
absolutely.
A high sex drive. Okay. So let's say that, because you know what? Not for nothing. It was and again, I
That
feel
means
as
you're
though,
very healthy, actually.
I feel as though your sex drive tends to fluctuate during your lifetime. Sometimes,
as it should, yeah.
Right. So as you get older, I think that's another thing. When I got older, I got to a certain age. I was like, "Oh, I want it. Where's that?
All the time.
Let's go." You know what I'm saying? All the time.
I think mine is higher as an older person than when I was
100%. But I also believe that in my 20s, I feel as though sex was just an act, and it wasn't so much. I remember the first time I had sex and it was good. Like, that's how deep I could go back. I can actually go back in my mind. And funny thing is, I was having sex prior to that for a while, and it was just one of those things that you did inside, outside.
Ew.
And then there was a moment where I was like, "Oh,
okay,
there it is.
Right.
There it is. Oh, that's what it's supposed to be like, right?" Mm-hmm. And then that's when sex changed, right? But prior to that, it was like literally, like, I'm quite sure a lot of young women.
You want to know why? Because we aren't educating ourselves enough in the community. Really, that's why. Because you didn't know enough about yourself before you started or during that time period, right? Enough to make it better for all of us involved, right? So but anyway, y'all.
I mean, no, that's
well,
deep.
I agree.
I agree. Young women like that.
Just like
I
that's
think in my 20s, I think in my 20s, it wasn't a me thing. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
Like, I wasn't going into it for me.
Right. He was trying to please somebody else.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is what he wants. And we enjoy this. And I'm not saying
he enjoyed this.
But it was like, oh, yay, look how happier he is. Our relationship is better. I think now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, yes, come to mama and make it purr. And if you don't make it purr, I'm going to make it purr, but it's going to purr. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to do what it got to do.
It's
now, that doesn't mean I am not in that mind frame to satisfy my partner. I'm just saying it's a lot different. Teamwork. It's not deeper, but it's different. Because my thing is with sex drive is you could be present or you can't be present. It's okay. It's better if you're present, but you don't have to, because I still attend to that part of me. Like, I feel like it's a moment with me. Like, oh, look, I've discovered this. Oh, right? If I don't find a person who wants to discover that with me, I'm not dead in the water.
Well, you know what's funny is a lot of young girls. I'm gonna say, and again, I see. Funny thing is, where I work, I have a lot of young girls. I really don't have that many women in my age group. Funny enough, I'm thinking about it. There's not a lot of women in my age group, but I work with a bunch of young ones and I work with a bunch of older ones. And what I realize is that the younger ones sometimes will come to me and they'll ask questions and stuff like that. And what I'm realizing is that I feel bad, but sometimes I gotta let them know. Yeah, I had one young lady who told me about her first sexual experience, and I'm trying to tell you, I would never. The fact that she even wants to have sex again is like, oh, because it was like so. It was physically. It was
that bad.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I mean, one day we got to tell the story. I swear, I think hers kills everything I've ever seen. When she told me about it, I could not. I was sad for her, and then at the same token, it was funny, but it wasn't funny. It was terrible, but it was like, oh my God. And so she's this young girl. She's in her 20s, and this is her first time having sex, and her partner literally was like losing he didn't even know what he was doing. He was physically sick while he was having sex with her. Yeah. Like, you know how people have an
anxiety attack their first time.
Yeah, like almost like an anxiety attack, essentially, and literally was like, and so for a while, she was like, well, am I pretty? Am I not, like, you know, like, what's going on here?
That's so important too. Yes.
Right? So she had all of this going on, and and literally, so when I spoke to her, I was like, well, so did you ever have sex again? And she was like, no, I didn't.
Damn.
Because because it literally, no, but I'm saying it literally, the boy started throwing up. That's how bad, that's how like nervous he was.
Wouldn't it the same hold true if you're like, let's say the same young lady? Yeah. I was like, let me keep talking for a second. Process. Wouldn't the same hold true for a sex drive, male or female, if you're with someone who's constantly cheating on you?
Well, yeah, if your man is cheating on your woman is cheating on you, your sex drive is not going to be
like, damn, this cootie ain't keeping nobody. Like,
well, no, I think okay. Well, I see what you're saying, but what I believe is sex drive has nothing. Well, has less to do with sex and more to do with
desire.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Create the desire to have sex.
Actually, I disagree. There is research, and I'll look it up and give it to you.
Okay, I want to
listen.
Okay.
45% of men have ED because mental trauma from relationships that cause their sex drive to go down, which takes their self-esteem and others. I can send you the article.
No, I can see that.
No, that's what I'm saying. So it is. So there is a mentality behind sex.
What about the women? What about the women?
I've said it's mine.
They did it more for men than women, unfortunately, but they know
ain't right. So yeah, I've said that. What I'm saying is that sex drive has less to do with the actual act of sex.
Oh, okay. It's a mental.
With intimacy, which is mental, emotional, all of that encompasses the before you get to the act, after the act, during the act. That's what I'm talking about. But
if you're 20 and you lose your virginity and a dude almost throws up doing
no, he didn't almost. I'm sorry, he didn't almost. He did
never.
He threw up.
I never had sex again.
Tell me what your brain is telling you about sex after that. Dang, son, that's horrible.
He that nervous.
He must have been like, nah, son, I can't do this, and get up and leave.
It was nerves. It was nerves, and it was also like, you know, some people have like religious things going on, and they like, it was like, you know, like that
a mental thing. A mental
thing.
It
was like for him, it was a whole thing.
Let Royal talk, because Royal face keep doing the same thing over and over.
Because I'm listening and I'm processing, and I'm confused. So, and the reason why I'm confused is when these two people, and you may not even know this miscommunication, like you may not know the backstory piece of it, right? But my question is, did these two individuals have a conversation before they started the act? Like in the sense of what was a relationship built? Because
yes,
you said yes.
Yeah, she said yes.
Now, let me tell you something, because immediately when you were speaking and when you said, you know, he had got sick, like automatically I felt like he had regurgitated. I felt like that's what he did. And so literally the image that popped in my head, and y'all, again, I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm a visual person. Immediately what popped in my head was Forrest Gump and his first time.
Oh yeah.
With Jenna. And Jenna. And so what happened was like he was like I think they kissed or something. I don't even think that they had actually done it. I think yeah. And he was like it had done something, shook his whole soul. So when you were sharing that story, like that's the image that I got in my head, and I'm like, if y'all had a true relationship, conversation time, why are your nerves so frazzled right in this moment?
I mean, listen, I when she's telling me the story, I was in shock, I was in awe, I was sad for her. I thought I was hysterical. I was like, "Oh, are you serious?" And funny enough is that after this whole situation went on,
they broke up, didn't they?
No, they continued to date.
Oh.
Yeah, she can. Yeah, because
are they still sexually active?
They're not together anymore.
Oh,
No, they're not
after
together
they were
anymore.
dating, but they're not dating currently.
They're not currently dating.
So did she have any? Look, now I want her to be on the show. Did she have any other sexual activity after that?
Yeah, no, she like now she's with somebody. It's a completely different story now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because for her, she really was like, oh, am I repulsive? Am I, you know, like what? Like,
did he still maybe has sexuality? I'm just so confused.
What's-
right
I
now.
know there's like so many stories. There's so many questions to unpack here. But the point is, at this point, she's with somebody who literally like worships her body in general. Like, he like,
Oh,
like,
so it
worships-
wasn't a problem with the cootie. So it wasn't.
No,
No,
it wasn't like
clearly
that.
it wasn't. That was
Just had to ask. I am allowed to ask. Maybe it didn't smell right. I can ask.
What about the boy? Did he?
I don't
He
know what
was-
happened with him, but I mean, like even towards like recently, like within the last year, like for her birthday and for Valentine's Day and stuff like that, he was still sending her stuff and things like
Aw.
that. And so I don't think it had anything to do with that. I just think that he had an issue. But the point is, for a young woman
Yeah, that's kind of
who,
trying.
who is taught, now mind you, comes from a culture where you're not supposed to have, sex before you're married, and sexuality is not a, like that's not a thing. I mean, there's a very sexual culture, but at the same token, the actual sex is like supposed to be reserved for your husband, XYZ, like that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like
he's in that culture too.
Exactly.
Okay.
So when he regurgitated, that was probably her sign from the Lord. Like, this ain't what
It
like
was
I'm serious.
We're
Like,
not being funny. We agreeing with you.
if that's what's ingrained and trained in her,
But we
I
thought
can see that situation truly traumatizing her, because
Hail
in the back
Mary.
of her,
No,
Yeah.
Hail Mary's going to confessional. Like,
Oh,
Baby.
they're Catholic. They're Catholic.
yeah.
Oh, well, then I can understand. I just ain't throw.
Yeah.
I ain't threw up. I didn't throw
Wow.
up. But I can definitely understand Catholicism and the fear. And we've talked about this on the show.
Wow.
I wasn't throwing up. It might have taken me a while for the squash to come together. But yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, listen, sex is a funny thing, because it's like it's one thing that connects human beings in general, because everybody, like, you know what I'm saying, like, remember back in the day on Sesame Street, it's like everybody sleeps. In order for society and people to still be made, there has to be some sort of sexual stuff going on, even if it's like egg, sperm, whatever. But the point is, people have sex everywhere. It's just that some people look at it completely differently, and some women have a different idea of what it's supposed to be. Like, if you are from a, like, you know what I'm saying, from a very religious, place, you're not supposed to have sexuality. That's why they cover everything. You know what I'm saying? Not supposed to have that. And then at the same token, if you like sex, then maybe that's not a good thing either, because that's why they do that mutilation and do all that stuff in other countries, because it's not about you as a woman enjoying it. It's about you just doing it.
right.
So do you believe? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tay.
No, I was just gonna say it's so crazy, because that's why we have a clit. It was like given to us specifically for pleasure, and it has
That keeps on
thousands
moving.
of nerves in it. So I'm gonna just throw that out there. But I'm just saying,
No.
8,000. So if y'all gonna get on my nerves, get on one of them.
Get on one of them. It's not hard to find.
For some
But-
women, it's not hard to find. Some women, it might be behind there.
Well, yeah. Get to it. It's waiting.
It's waiting there. You just gotta touch
Call at
it.
it. I'm coming. It'll come out and say.
Be gentle. That's all. That's all you gotta do.
Treat it like an eyeball.
And sometimes when you gotta hunt for it a little more, the reward is better. So I'm just
Wait.
So what I'm hearing from y'all is that for you ladies on the panel,
I love how you come back with the auntie talk. Go ahead, auntie.
No, you ladies on the panel, I'm hearing this.
Go ahead.
sorry. So where I was going with this is that your plan, your blueprint is based upon how a man treats you. So if he treats you with what's the word I'm looking for? If he treats you with intimacy in the beginning, presents intimacy in the beginning, then that is the primary ingredient to get you ladies going.
No,
No.
absolutely not.
It makes it okay. Well, for me, let me
Let's talk about it. That's yeah. Go ahead.
Thanks.
for
Thanks
me,
for bringing that up.
it does make it better. But in my older age, I've already started the car. I'm just looking for some. But if I'm treated well, it is better. And I can say that to you as someone who was in a relationship with someone who had a ridiculous sex drive, and it didn't matter because he wasn't treating me well. So I was like, let me go ahead and get this over with, right? I'm just being honest. His sex drive was more than I've ever experienced in my life, but mine wasn't there. It doesn't mean there weren't moments where I was like, let's just do this and let's get it over with. But then being with someone who treats me well makes me always like, come on. Let's go. So I'm not saying it's not there. I'm just saying it's increased because when a person treats me well.
Okay.
Y'all could go ahead. I'm
What about you, Tay?
I'm always different from y'all.
No, I feel like, treat me with dignity, treat me with respect. Those are the, like, teach me something. Be like, everything in my life that's not already there. Do something for me I can't do for myself.
Come on now.
That like with that, my man, you can have whatever you want. It ain't gonna take nothing. So you in the mood, I'm in the mood too, because I'm always in the mood for somebody that's gonna make me feel like I can melt in your arms.
Come on.
Yes, absolutely.
Cut that segment right out that you just said. That was so good.
No, but for real, like that, like, and to me, that's intimacy comes with that. It ain't about you coming with it. It's gonna automatically happen because of how you treat me, and that's what I mean. Not like the stuff that you're supposed to do, like the chivalry stuff, whatever. That's basic. Whatever, because I could pay somebody to do that shit for me, right? What are you adding? How are you making me feel throughout the day? Like, that's what matters. How I function as a person. If you're not adding to that, then you're taking away from it.
Ooh, good point.
Oh,
Very good point. Yeah. What about, I saw your face, miscommunication. Miscommunication was like,
Well, no, I mean, here's the thing. It's I don't know how to, like, I'm trying to like take it in my head and like try to make it so that it makes sense to everybody. But honestly, there's nothing better than feeling desired. That is where that's my like biggest thing.
Yes.
The desire. When you show me or tell me or let me know that you desire, that is literally you have started the slab, if we want to call it. I don't know. You have you know what I'm saying, foundation right there for me. And then everything else comes after that. But like, it's the desire. Like the way you look at me sometimes, like, excuse sir, what are you doing? Or like, you know what I mean? Or the things that you say in the midst of it. Like I used to say this all the time, and somebody was like, didn't get this, but I'm saying, if you want to get me at the end, at the end of the day, start in the morning. Start talking that shit in the morning and just work that shit all the way through the day. By the time you get to me, baby, it's going down. And now I hope you can handle all of this
that you built up, right?
That you got going on here. But I mean, like, but if you could do that, like, but that's the thing. It's like, for me, it's like everybody has like their reason or their, how it works for them. But again, sex drive is all about desire to me. Like, and that's the thing. It's like, it's the desire to have, the desire to want to, the desire to feel, because, you might not be able to have sex, but it's the desire. It's the you know what I'm saying? It's the what you like.
Yeah, I want you right now.
Yes.
You feel like that, right?
Or the thought that person wants to please you.
Listen, all day, and then listen, there's many times when I've started off things on a Sunday, talking shit on a Sunday, and by the time we get to Friday, that's when it went down, because it's all
but that build up was probably
nigga, that's too long. Don't make me
no, I mean, like, no, but I'm saying, because Listen, that's because of scheduling restraints and things of that nature.
It doesn't matter. The buildup was like ding, 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 ding.
Right. And then when it goes down, it's like, you know, you wake up the next morning and
You
your
were
hip is
sweating, pulling
your hip
leg
is
cramps
someplace,
and
your
everything.
elbow hurt, you know, why your elbow hurt.
Moving
Yo,
furniture.
I just remember I moved my pinky.
Why is my
pinky went
nose hurt? Like, what happened to my
My
nose?
jaw. Wait a minute.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm saying
Oh,
is, like, if all of those things are right. You know how many times there's women out there that can get any man, can have any man they want to, literally any man they want to, but don't desire to have sex with any of them because they're just not feeling it for whatever
you
reason.
can find any man who wants to fuck you. That's not hard.
No, I mean, granted, no, but I'm saying, but like, no, but that's
different. It's a different thing.
Different. And that's the point. The point is there's sometimes, like, you know what I'm saying, is that sometimes the desire to be wanted by the right person.
Correct. Well,
and he may not be Mr. Right.
Like that is
not Mr. Right. He's just Mr. Right now, but yeah.
Like a lot of men go, oh, okay. So, and I'm sure we've all heard this. Oh, I'm sure a lot of men want you. A lot of men want to sleep with me. But the difference is, it doesn't matter if it's me, it's just whoever will let him get his dick wet. But when it's someone who's intentionally like, I want you, I desire you, my eyes are for you, or you're the, it's just a little different. Now, he doesn't
necessarily have to have only eyes for me.
Yeah, well, in that moment, you make me feel like it. All right.
You gotta see me in his future, though.
No, I understand what you're saying, but see, here's the thing: the future. If we're talking about what you want now, right now is me. Right now. And in the future, when I finish, because that's the future, you still got me right there. See, and the thing is, again, that's the whole thing. I'm not going to be acting a virtuous and acting like, oh, well, I'm not virtuous at all when it comes to certain things. Listen, I'm going to draw. Listen. I feel bad for the playback if my child ever sees this, but let me just let you know, it is what it is. Okay? Sometimes mama just
needs child is not a child, but I get what
you know that mama just needs what she needs. That's all it is.
So I have a question for Doc though, because Doc, again, not in the streets, married for some time. No, you shake your head. No, you don't want me to ask you the question.
You can ask me, but my answer is going to be, I don't have a blueprint.
No, that's not what I was going to ask you. I was going to say,
ahead.
All the things that we're saying matter now. Does that last in marriage? Is what I was going to ask you.
I really, honestly, I think it's case by case.
Mm-hmm.
Case by case in the relationship and case by case as a person. What I mean by that is, for me specifically, I don't even care no more.
Okay.
Why you miscommunication?
I was asking. I mean, like, I gotta react to that. Like the audience, heard you too. They probably reacted the same way.
I'm picking, but
the audience heard you too.
They heard you.
Go ahead. Yeah. You don't even care anymore. Go ahead.
But no, it doesn't matter to me anymore.
But you had it in the beginning. And so now other things have built on your slab. Is that what it is?
It has, and it has. And so what I would say is, my slab now is, I know that I'm appreciated. I know that I'm respected, and all of those things that you ladies just mentioned earlier. If it happens, it happens. I'm gonna go whenever, and if it don't, I don't care. Because I don't. It's not a thought anymore. And it's not to say, and this is why when we was talking about, I think it was Tay making the distinction between, because that's why I was like, yeah, I'm agreeing with you regarding the difference between the sex drive and the desire. My drive is very high.
Mm-hmm.
My desire, I have learned how to control that.
Modulation.
Isn't that something that happens when you get older? Am I wrong? I just assume.
No. It doesn't happen necessarily as you get
Meaning
older.
Maturity, not
No, not necessarily. Because if you don't have to, and I love your word, miscommunication. If you don't have to modulate, then why would you? So that's what I'm saying. For me specifically, I've had to learn how to modulate. And so if I don't think about it, then I don't think about it out of respect. Now when I want it. And to Pearl earlier, and thank you, Coach, who is my plug, my pleasure plug. So I handles that, and so we just keep it funky. And then and I don't mean that literally
I
either.
hear you, sister.
Hello.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you understand what I'm saying? So it's all about as in a marriage, the dynamics change because now you, and I say a marriage, but even if it's a true committed relationship, the dynamics change a little bit because it's not just about you at that point, it's about us. You understand what I'm saying? And so when you're thinking about it in that context, I love your word. That word for the day is modulate. You have to learn. No, I'm serious. I love it.
Oh no, we're with you.
Because that's perfect. You learn how to modulate. If it needs to go down, then you turn that dial down and you chill out and you go somewhere and be quiet for me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But when you need to turn it up, then you turn it up. So yeah, sweetie. Yeah. So that was going to be my response.
Are you saying yes, it does change during marriage, but more of a committed relationship where you're like, look, we're meeting each other halfway, blah 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 blah.
It sounds like they have the conversation, right, Doc? Because to me, I mean, that's what we do in intimacy coaching a lot of times, and I love you for bringing that up because people don't share that. That's what we do. That's what we talk to couples about because you have to know, first of all, the partner has to make sure they know that this isn't a replacement. This is just something I need when we're not able to do whatever. So you have to be comfortable enough in that space and in your relationship to have those types of conversations. So I love the fact that they had it and it's like, look, boo, all right, desire ain't the same or whatever the case may be this year or whatever. Again, it's all in phases, it's all in seasons, but you got to know your partner, you have to know yourself, and y'all got to be willing to have that conversation. It's so important.
So what's stronger, desire or drive?
I would say desire is more of has more strength than drive, because desire is intrinsically motivated.
Gotcha.
And that's why I said you have to learn. I've learned, let me be more specific. I've learned how to control the desire.
Gotcha.
Because if you don't know how to control the desire, you won't even necessarily seek out Coach Tay. Like you will find
whoever.
You will find whatever, whether it's a real object or an inanimate object. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's the reason why you have to have those conversations with the person whoever you're dealing with. Because let me tell you something, the actual communication, no pun intended, but actually speaking about these type of things and saying, listen, this is what is going on, will save a lot of stress, strife, and
it
stuff
does.
like that. Yeah, so it's like, baby, it's not that I don't desire you right now. It's just that I'm not feeling well today, or not that I'm not desire you right now. It's just that the job done got me to the point where I'm about to stab everybody. I don't want to come home and give that to you,
because there's a remedy for that. They can fix it. Men are problem solvers. Tell them how to solve your problem.
Yes,
that's all they know how to do.
That's why I say it's case by case, Pearl.
Yeah, maybe it's not. Because I know you asked the question about, so your drive is based on how a man treats you. A real question is your desire based on how a man treats you?
No, that's what I'm saying. That starts internally. Like that has to do, and you said it perfectly. Because for me, desire, in my opinion, starts mentally. And it is rooted in our past experiences, our past traumas. Desire is deep. How deep is your love, baby? That's how deep it is.
Really physical.
It's that stuff. That's how deep it is. It is down into your soul. And so literally it is.
So can we say that drive is what you need and desire is what you want?
I would say, listen, to me, drive is more the physical, like your body feeling it, right? Because that can be up and down. But if the desire is a mental part, so you can have desire without having the drive, but the desire can be the reason for your drive. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Always your
It's
body
all-
to do whatever you tell it, right? Well,
That's what I'm saying. Sex drive. There's men out there who have the drive but can't physically do it, right?
Which
correct.
is
And there's
okay.
you know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like physically, like they have the drive, like they have the sex drive, but when that soldier don't want to stand up, right? Or don't
Right.
stay stood up, or
Right.
don't, you know, and then
So
you
that's
have-
your drive.
but then the desire is
Mhm.
what you want. So you want to do it, right?
Right.
Now, can you physically do it? That's another
Not
thing. That's what I'm saying. It's like
necessarily.
so many different
Mm.
things.
Then you got to figure out why. See that? Then you got to get to the bottom of why, because it sounds
Yeah.
like physical.
That means you gotta go to the doctor. That's what I was
But
saying.
then,
That's what I
Right.
was saying. No, and that's what I was
so
saying.
is it a hand-to-hand thing, or is it two
Listen,
separate
I think it
entities?
means. I think they meet somewhere in the middle.
They
But
meet
at the
somewhere in
end
the
of the
middle.
day,
I think so.
if you are with, so listen, ladies out there, people out there, men who are listening, all these things like that, I need y'all to do me a favor.
A favor.
And I'm doing it with the pinky too.
I see. That's what I'm like. A favor.
I'm gonna need everybody to please do yourself a favor and go see a doctor. There's people out here that we know, and I say we know, that haven't seen doctors in years. And I'm not saying go to the doctor because the doctor's gonna give you a pill and everything's gonna be better. I'm saying do yourself a favor, because as brown people, and there's people out there that are not brown, but I'm giving it out to the brown
Just
people.
brown.
Giving out to the brown folks, the people of color, the diabetes and the blood pressure will jack up your stuff. Okay,
The heart stuff.
because your heart, because not for nothing, you might be able to get it hard down there and have a goddamn heart attack because you got blockages all over the place. You might be able, you might want to do something, but that sugar diabetes done messed up all your veins and all your blood vessels and all them things, and the thing don't do what it do. It's no longer thinking, right? Women, go check on your ovaries, go check on your uteruses, go check on these things, because not for nothing, that pain that you think he's putting you in because it feels so good might be something completely different. He might shift up all your stuff. You might have, listen, I'm gonna need my people to go and check on these POCs.
That's right.
Please go check on your fibroids, your ovaries, and all them things there.
Yes.
Because one thing to desire to have sex. It's another thing to literally be on your deathbed because you done bust a blood vessel in your brain because your blood pressure was too high to be you out here doing all that foolishness.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it like I said. I know people out there who haven't seen an actual physician in years, and I'm not even saying, oh, you haven't seen a physician since COVID. I'm talking about they haven't seen a physician since 2000. I'm gonna need you to go see a doctor. Okay, I'm gonna need you to go check on, because one thing I realized, one thing I know is that a lot of men and a lot of women out there are unhealthy, and what's doing is that it's causing you also to have problems in your bedroom because you're not, and that's the thing, and as much as your person loves the hell out of you, they're not gonna tell you that thing ain't thinging because they love you, but that thing ain't thinking. That thing ain't thinking, and you know that thing ain't thinking. And the reason why the thing ain't thinking is because you got that sugar diabetes and that high blood pressure, and you're gonna have an aneurysm trying to get with this. Stop it.
Right. Take care of yourselves. That's what she's saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Turn into the auntie.
Yes.
Let me go do some push-ups.
I've been seeing this too often. I work in a doctor's office, and I've been seeing this way too often. Men will literally have all those problems and go get a blue pill instead of taking care of what's really going on, and then go have you over here trying to get the hardness happening when you should be worried about your heart exploding in your chest and you having an aortic tear because you ain't supposed to be doing that at all. Please, guys, let's be realistic here, guys.
And I'm gonna piggyback off of what you just said to add to that blue pill. If you truly have some neuropathic, I said it right, neuropathic issues or some aortic issues going on with your heart, and your circulation is not doing what it needs to do, baby, that blue pill is not going to work either.
It's gonna kill you.
It doesn't work.
Listen, your blood flow needs to be flowing in order for that to work.
It will cause you to throw up, and then you're sitting here wondering why you're throwing up, and it's because that blue pill is not working, because it can't work, because it's not designed to fix the problem. Thank you. The overall chest. Thank you, y'all. My brain is shutting down. The overall.
You got a good point. I'm just letting you go.
Yeah, but it's not. Thank you so much, miscommunication, because you hit that. Yes, you did.
Mhm.
Bam, you
I'm
took
gonna
that.
need y'all to come on and get
She
it
sure
right.
did. She could just throw the mic to the
That
side.
was listen. That was my final thought. Listen, I ain't.
That was
I'm done. I want y'all. Y'all got,
One thing I don't desire is I don't desire you to die on top of me because
That's
you
right.
don't have a heart attack.
Hey,
Thank
no, really, because take care of yourselves because we want to have fun having those intimate moments, right?
Come on
And
now.
not really think about, oh no, this hurt, that hurt. Like, no, take care of yourself so we can have fun with it.
Sisters, I said, go out there and get that GYN checkup, please, please,
Period.
please,
That's true,
please.
sis. Mhm.
Come on.
Look, there ain't nothing else to say. I'm just shaking. Mhm.
Right. I'm like,
We got things to do out here. The summer's coming. We got things to do out here. Come
But
on.
we
I'm
also
going to do
want it. We don't want it to be a one and done either. If it's the person you care about, so agreed. Please go out and check yourself. Longevity in desire and happiness is so much better than a one time, one and done.
Imagine.
So, miscommunication. Well,
Thank
well
you.
said,
Thank you,
Doc.
thank you.
Doc, thanks for wrapping it up.
Mhm.
Look, I don't have nothing else to say. So, for those of you who watched us this evening, I know it's been a while, but we will be back again in 2 weeks. If you haven't pressed the like button, if you haven't joined and subscribed, you're missing out because these conversations are real transparent and they are not scripted. We come on here with a topic and we are genuinely just having conversations with each other. And you just happen to be able to be a part of those conversations with us. So, from the Experience family to everyone watching, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Bye.